So here's the baby chicks.
I once was lost, oh, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see.
Welcome to Built on Faith Homestead. My name is Justin. If you're new to this channel, please remember to like and subscribe. We do videos about all kinds of things, chickens and rabbits, and we've built a goat shelter. We're kind of heading towards getting goats. Tiny house living, tiny house talks, where we talk about all kinds of things, from things about our tiny house to why we homeschool to just anything and everything. But today's video is going to be simply about having fun every once in a while. So I'm the type that I can be very guilty of work all the time, because you're always pressing towards a goal without ever stopping and enjoying life a little bit. And that can mean a lot of different things. Enjoying life does not mean necessarily that you take a big expensive vacation, or that you even spend the money to go out to eat, or any of those kinds of things. Enjoying life, I know, like for us, every once in a while we like to go, when it's not 90 something degrees, just to like a conservation area and walk around and look for mushrooms and not really do anything too crazy, just enjoy it. Or maybe just get out of the house of an evening and do a little campfire and cook over that campfire and let the kids play and run and all those kinds of things, instead of just work all the time, which I can be guilty of. This is where me and my wife are to help each other, because she is way better at reminding me every once in a while, hey, we need to slow down, need to stop, need to enjoy these times. You know, they're only kids once. Those kinds of things where I'm like, I know I'm trying to work my way to get them to this and that and the other. You need both. You need balance. Even God rested on the seventh day. And I still believe in a Sabbath. I don't necessarily believe it has to be Saturday, but I do believe in a Sabbath. I believe in taking a day of rest. I believe it is good for our bodies. It's good for our souls. It's good for the land. It's good for all kinds of things. And so today we're going to show you, kind of last night we cut loose and had a little bit of fun. We stayed out way too late. Me and Mama are not used to staying up that late, other than maybe for revivals, but we had an absolute blast. We went to the county fair last night. My wife won some season passes on a little Facebook deal. She just signed us up and was just like, hey, yeah, why not, right? Just see what happens. And we ended up winning, which was awesome. And so we went last night to the Lake County Fair, and they had the rodeo going last night, and our kids just loved it. I'm talking ate it up. No disrespect to YouTube, but way better than any YouTube videos they could have been watching, right? I mean, they had a blast getting to go and see that rodeo, and the girls especially cheering on the barrel racers, man. We were at that end where they were running the barrel racers through, and if you don't know what barrel racing is, right, it's usually women. They'll ride a horse, and they run down through the arena, and they do a circle around the barrel, do another circle around the barrel, kind of a triangle shape, do a third circle, and then they run back, and fastest time is the winner. It's a lot more technical than that. Please don't be offended if you're watching this video and you're a barrel racer. I know it's a lot more technical than that, but that's the general idea of it. And my daughters, man, ate that up, especially Leah Joe. She was cheering them on and going berserk, and they were playing music in the background, and every once in a while that music could catch. And if you know Leah Joe, she's got a dancing bone in her a mile long. As soon as the music would hit, boy, she'd get to dancing, and we just had an absolute blast. So in this video, you're going to see some pictures of us going to the fair. Luella conquered a bunch of her fears last night at the fair and rode some rides that I never dreamed in a million years she would ride. She got on this great big tall slide thing and went down it, and I couldn't believe it. I didn't think there was any way, and it was her idea. Me and Mama didn't even ask her. She was like, hey, I want to do that, right? And so we're very proud of her in that aspect of it. But man, summertime, it's hard. It's a lot of work. We've told you guys before, this time of year for us is a really a lot of work, because we want to can our garden, get our garden canned, to actually supplement our food, to make a real difference, which means you're going to be canning every day, every other day, something like that. Like, you're going to be canning. And so because it takes a lot of food to feed you for a year's time, right? And so today though, it's just kind of about remembering, and as much this video for you as it is for me, right, is to remember to every once in a while have some fun, have a good time, stop, relax, and enjoy it. So I hope you enjoy this video. We'll show you the baby chickens, the little chicks we got yesterday. We'll show you the jars of dill pickle slices we did. We got to thinking some slices. We do all of our bread and butter in slices, and then we got to thinking our dill pickles would be really good that way too, like on a burger or something like that, sandwich, or even we do a lot of lunches of like lunch meat and cheese and pickles. Like, we love it, and so especially with my wife and the low carb stuff, it works really good. And so we'll show you the pickles. Don't forget to stop every once in a while. Have some fun. It'll be good for you. In fact, I'll even say it this way. If you are a worker bee and you think that stopping to have fun is every once in a while, obviously you can take it too far, right? But if you're a worker bee and you think stopping to have fun is detrimental to your work, I'll say it like this. You know as well as I do, you need a certain amount of sleep in order to operate properly. Whatever that amount is, everybody's different, and I get that. If I get at least 5, I'm good. If I get more than 7 or so, if I get 7 or 8 hours, I'm going to be really stiff. So between 5 and 8 is where I need to be. But if I get at least 5, I'm good to go, right? And then that rejuvenates me for the next day where I can get more done. Taking the time of rest, taking that time of enjoying with your family. And like we said before, it don't have to be going out to dinner. It don't have to be big vacations. Those stuff's all great. I'm not knocking that. But I recognize and I know that, man, that stuff's expensive. If for me and my kids and wife just to go out to eat at a simple no-nothing restaurant, right? It's going to be $40 or $50 really easy. And that's a lot, especially when groceries now are $50 higher than they were this time last year. And gas is, right, man, for us to drive clear to the closest like big city with restaurants and all that stuff, it's going to cost us $10 to get there and get home. So, right, I recognize that. And I'm not saying you have to do that kind of stuff. Like I said, just get outside. Take whatever it is, right? But you can find ways to have a good time without having to spend a bunch of money. And it will be good for your soul. So guys, I hope you have fun watching the rest of this video. We'll show you, like I said, some of that other stuff. And please remember to like and subscribe. It goes a long ways to helping us out. So here's the baby chicks. I don't have the heat light on because it's like 95 degrees out here and they don't need the heat light. How do I know they don't need the heat light? Well, they're not all bound up together, huddled together, trying to get warm. They're moving a lot because I'm talking now. But they're happy. There's not loud squawking going on, just general chirping, moving around. They're doing really good. At night, like last night when we left, I plugged the heat lamp in, come home and checked them. They were just fine. One thing I will warn you about, if you get a feeder like this one here, they ate it. I didn't put very much feed in there, just enough to kind of get them through, I thought. And they ate it down, and then they got inside the feeder. They went under the lip, and there was like 10 chickens on the inside of that feeder last night, 10 of these baby chicks. And so they were still fine, but I got them out and filled that feeder more full so that wouldn't happen again, so they can make sure and get to the water. Because like I said, it's hot even at nighttime, but then with this lamp on, giving it plenty warm in here for them. So, man, baby chicks, so much fun. The girls just go berserk. They want to come out here every time Daddy goes outside to see the baby chicks. Here is the dill pickle chips. Lighting's not very good in this corner, but here's the work of the day this afternoon. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints and 2 quarts of water bathed delicious dill pickles. And I would like to say real quick, if you watched our bread and butter pickle canning video, we had a jar not seal, and so we put it in the fridge. It's not been in there near as long as what it should have been for us to try it, but we couldn't wait. We went ahead and popped the lid on it and tried it, and they are amazing. New dill pickle recipe, or new sweet pickle recipe, no doubt about it. So if you haven't checked that video out, I recommend checking it out if you're a pickle maker. There you guys got to see the pickles, got to see the pictures of the fair. I hope and I pray that you learn to have fun and you can do it without spending a whole bunch of money. Yes, we went to the fair, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably the biggest reason why we went to the fair, and not probably for sure, is because we got those season passes in that little contest, or else we probably wouldn't be spending the money to do that either. Just because of how expensive everything is. We have other goals and other priorities, and we just probably wouldn't have spent the money, generally speaking, to go. And so I hope and I pray that you take time to enjoy life. Don't take it too far, because you absolutely can. You can take a rest too far. You can become lazy. Don't take it too far, but do take time, whatever it is for you, right? If it's fishing, if it's hunting, if it's just getting outside of an evening and watching the sunset, or maybe you go out after dark and you just stare up at the stars and thank the good Lord for the beautiful lights up in the sky. Take time to enjoy this life some.